Okay, so why is 666 a light bringer? 666 is carbon. Is carbon give off light? Let me think about this a second. So it's the basis for all matter, but it has to go through processes and being changed. It's the basis for it already exists in nature, but nature kind of moves materials around, organizes them. That's why you call them organisms, right? So Satan, light bringer, divine feminine energy, archetype energy. I don't worship goddess or anything like that. There's a chemistry application for this as much as there is religious. There's a science purpose just as much as there is religious for Satan. So something like carbon related to light bringing, I think it has to do with the process of identifying properties by the color of the flame that is burning it off. That's how we know the chemical makeup of stars and shit like that. And you can say what kind of chemical changes that they're going to go through into the future. So in chemistry, congregation would be like making crack cocaine, right? Like that's the final step in making crack, is the congregation. You have to get the cocaine back out of the water, and it has to bond with the baking soda, so it pulls it out of the liquid. That means that it is congregating in there, right? There's melanin in crack too. It taps something from you, but so they say like the best trick that Satan ever pulled was convincing you that he didn't exist. And people wonder if Satan loves his congregation the same way that Christ loves his congregation. Christ is a light bringer, Satan is a light bringer. Christ is a 665, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 5 electrons. Or that's crystallization. So demonstrated crystallization, if you've never seen it or witnessed it before, one has no choice but to assume that it's magic until it's explained, right? Any new form of crystallization process would be magic to you. So there's some like parallels in religion, like the only one who can cure any curse is Christ, right? Christ cured all curse. Because it's like you could see the once you know how the crystallization process occurs, then you have like a what's it called? Teleology for it or something. And there's a teleology to the gospel too. There's maybe so I mean, people freak you out sometimes, like it's a ghost spell or something. Well, yeah, before you understand it. But that's cool. That's all cool too. That's just to get you to look into what is a ghost spell. It's gonna be something that draft over from science. It's gonna be something like a language, because before, like, we keep like a pendulum swinging from scientism into religiosity, and when that goes too far, then we swing back towards scientism, and that goes too far. The only way to get it back into religiosity. So I understand what they mean by the greatest trick that the devil ever, but I think what they're saying is something that can be said in other ways too. And maybe it's like that's still one of the best ways to describe it. Once you realize the sign, then that's just the easier, this will lead you back into religiosity, the easiest way. This will lead you back into scientism. It's just, it's hard to get you to follow. It's hard to follow. Or what do you mean, light bringer? Created light and uncreated light. Giving off light, denoting that chemical changes, as opposed to giving off an uncreated light, which I guess most people, that's lost concept, because they'll be like, why are you even going there? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Why are you even dealing with things of an uncreated nature? Well, because everything in the world will make you sick eventually. Like, it may cure you, and then at some point it'll make you sick.